Hey, all right, everybody, look, I've got another box. Right, okay, so what is in this massive, huge box today? Well, on the front there, it says HITWAY. So let's have a quick look what's inside the box, put the bike together, and then get it by here, and we can have a good look. Hey, okay, so this is me from the future. So I've just been on a fantastic e-bike ride on this bike, and I actually went through a trail, through a forest, and all my legs are all cut and all stung because the trail got very tight, just about managed to get the bike to the other side. So I'm going to ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then do me a massive favour, subscribe to the channel, and also stay on this video until later on, where I go through a path which is overgrown, covered in brambles and stingies, hurt my legs, and is a bit of a laugh. So that was just a little bit of interruption. Let's get back to the video. So in the box, we have got a very nice looking seat. We've got a front mudguard, then we got another box, and we got the front wheel. So let's have a quick look inside this box here. So pump, we've got a front headlight, we have got some pedals, we have got a lock, we have got the charger. There's the charger there. Let's move on to one side. I'm running out of room. We've got the front axle there. We've got a bag of stuff, and it looks like there's tools in here and a few nuts and bolts. And we have got the instructions. If I look at that, look at that. Must be loads of different languages in there, and that's the instructions there. So here it is, all put together. Now, there are a few interesting features on this bike, so let's have a look. So where do I start? I think I'll start with the tyres. So you can see the tyres there. They're branded Kenda, and they got a lovely tread on them, and they look like very nice tyres, and it's the same in the front and the rear. Now you might be thinking to yourself, there's a battery in this part here, but this is actually a carrying compartment. I'll open that up a little bit later in the video, and it is a nice decent size. The seat, it's a beautiful seat, probably one of the nicest seats I've seen on an e-bike. Look at the pattern on there, it looks well made as well. And if you go down by here, we've got another carrying compartment, and we have got front and rear suspension, and then the battery is housed in this part of the frame going all the way along here, and I will show you that a little bit later in the video. Now, this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. I am 5'10", 178 centimetres or 1.78 metres, and unusually the seat is actually quite high on this bike. These type of bikes usually have quite a low seating position, so because the seat is a little bit higher, when I put the pedal up here, if I can, your knees are not actually coming up there, so it isn't too bad at all, and I'm in an upright seating position. Now, looking here at the brakes and the tyres and the wheels and the discs, we have got Tektro branded hydraulic brakes, 180 centimetre disc. Then the tyre is actually 20 times 4.5, so it is a slightly wider tyre than usual. Right, okay, here we have the magnet of truth. So if I put that on the frame there, you can see that it isn't steel, so it's some form of aluminium. Now, if we go down to the mudguards here, they are made of steel in the front, and they're made of steel in the rear. The swing arm is some form of aluminium. These handlebars, some form of aluminium. This top bit here, some form of aluminium. And down there, the wheels are some form of aluminium. So it's mostly some form of aluminium construction. Looking up here on the handlebars, you have got a legal, and I'm saying legal, over here, look, a half twist legal throttle. come across here, Tektro brakes, 7-speed Shimano, display. Then we've got the tags here. This is the usual sort of stuff we get nowadays, starting with a tag. So I'll lift the tag over there, hold it there like that, and there we go. It comes on with the tag, and as you can see here, this is lit up green. If you go through, cycle through the levels here, look, it does start changing colour. So 2 is like a purpley blue, then that's blue, then that's red, and then that's red again. So that changes colour with the levels there. You've got your walk function mode, you've got your M button there, that is your light button, then you've got your plus and minus buttons there, and a nice display. So if we look back here, the actual light and brake light is incorporated into the battery there, look, and I will show you that in a little bit. Be patient, I will show you this battery. So let's turn the light on like that. So there's the rear light, and then I'm going to press the brake. There's the brake there, and that is a beautiful, lovely, bright brake there. So let's have a quick look at the front light around by here. And there we go, look, there's the front light. Does look pretty bright. Quite a nice front light. Now, I did say I'd give you a look inside this by here. So let's open it up like that. And there we go. So it's a pretty decent size. And it has got, I don't know if you can see there, this is a sort of soft touch fabric, so that's quite a nice place to store stuff. Right, okay, so the battery, got a key for the battery. I think you've got to pull this up first like that. The key and the lever does get in the way slightly. Push that in, turn it around like that, and then we'll pull it out of here. It does go on for a while, look, there we go, there we go, there we go, and there we go, it's out. Now, the rating is quite small on this battery, but it does say 48 volts, 25 amp hours, or 1200 watt hours. Okay, there we go then. That was a look around the bike. Let's get it out on the old open road. Right, okay, here we are out on the open road. I think I'll take a left by here and down there. Try and wiggle my way through these bars here. Should be easy enough. There's quite a lot of space there. Right, and then get across the road. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to go up by here. We'll just do a speed test. At the moment, this bike is locked to 15.5 and the twist throttle is legal. At the moment, this twist throttle is legal. The bike is legal. It goes 15.5. It's classed as a 250 watt e-bike. So we'll go around the corner, do a little cheeky speed test, and then we'll carry on up the mountain. Right, okay, so you should be able to see the speedometer. So I'm just pedaling, just ghost pedaling. And we'll see, there we are, 15.5. That was a bit of a downhill, so we'll just do it by here, like this. So 15.2, 15.5, that's where it cuts out to. It's locked to that speed, and if I do I'll pull over by the side here, like this, and I gotta say the brakes felt good then, but we'll test them later, so wait for later in the video where I do the brake test. Now, the twist throttle is legal as well, so let's just twist the throttle like that. And even though it's legal, it actually does pull off pretty well until it gets to the 3.7 miles per hour. So that is how fast a legal twist throttle goes in the UK. I actually went up to 4 miles per hour then because it was downhill slightly. But anyway, let's carry on. Now I'll pull over by here and we'll just see how quick the cadence sensor comes in. Wait for this car to go past. Right, okay, is it going to be a full turn of the crank, half a turn, a quarter turn, or 3/4 of a turn? Let's find out. Ready, steady, go. And that is, actually was less than a half a turn, but it was more than a quarter of a turn. So, how can I say that? That was 3/8 of a turn. They call it 3/8 of a turn. So the seating position on this bike is absolutely fantastic. You can't fault the seating position. You are, you know, the seat is up quite high, so your knees are not coming up into your chin. A lot of these bikes, the seats are very, very low, but this one is, you know, it's not massively high, but it's higher than the usual sort of bikes of this style. So it does make it a little bit nicer to ride. I'd say I'm upright, but a little bit of weight going forward onto the handlebars. Now, another thing I wanted to do, let me pull over by here where there's no cars. Okay. This bike has actually got, it's not built-in sat-nav. Let me turn this off a second. It's got, sat-nav will show up on the display via the app on your phone. So let me set that up. Right, okay, so I got the app on the phone. I'll put it by here somewhere and I'll try and type in a location. Let's have a quick look at the app first, is it? While we're here, have a quick peek at the app. So, on the app, we've got level. So you can change the levels, they look like that. You can lock the bike. You can turn the headlight on and off. You can change the unit, which is miles per hour and kilometers per hour. Inductive lock, start mode. I'm not going to mess with any of them at the moment. You can go down here, ride-in time, navigation, vehicle positioning, and vehicle info. So let's go on the navigation, and then it's showing where I am at the moment. So let's type in a postcode. Let's try CF 833EB. Let's try that one there, because I know that's sort of on my route. So let's start navigation.
Bike south for 1 kilometer.
Now, down on this display here, I'll show you in a second, it's got sort of basic sort of directions. So let's pop this in my pocket. Right, so now I have got the satellite navigation directions on the display here. My phone is still on, so let's just try it. Let's go to pedal level assist 5, and for some reason it's in kilometers, but there we are. I don't know if you can change that. Maybe you can change it on the app. Now, the only problem is I can't show you different directions on here at the moment, because it's just one straight road that goes to the actual place. So we'll leave this running and we'll come back to the satellite navigation when there's a turn coming up. So, coming up now is a big, huge, steep hill. Not particularly long hill, but it's a steep hill. So we'll see what it's like when we get to this hill now. Have I got to pedal hard on the pedals, or will I just ghost pedal and will the bike get up there on its own power? It does feel quite powerful, but I might have to put a little bit of work in. Right, here we go. So I'm just ghost pedaling at the moment. Still ghost pedaling. This is very steep. I'm still ghost pedaling. I'm quite surprised at that. So here we go. This is the steepest part by here, which is very, very steep. And I'm in gear 2, and I've only got to put a little bit of effort onto them pedals. And there we go, I'm ghost pedaling again. So I think this is one of the steepest hills that I usually do on some of these e-bike reviews. And I got up there very, very easy. Very easy indeed. I only had to put ever so slight light pressure on the pedals. Now, the one thing I have noticed is that if you close your phone and put it in your pocket, then let me just go to the side by here, there's a car come past me. If you're using the directions on this screen here and you put your phone, you press close and put it in your pocket, it doesn't transmit the data to the actual phone. So your phone has actually got to stay on, the screen's got to stay on. So I've changed it from in my pocket and I put it inside the, the lift up drawer by here on the front of the bike, and I can see the actual kilometers going down now. I can see it actually working. So I'll point the camera down and you can see, as I drive along, you can see the thing coming a bit closer, and I'll try and go the wrong way so you can see it working. So let me just change the camera angle. Right, okay. So another thing I've discovered is that you've got to set your screen on your phone to be on all the time, because as soon as the screen shuts down on my phone, it stops sending the data to this actual display. So it does work with a few caveats. So you've got to actually keep the screen on your phone on at all times. Now, I think I'll get up by here. There's a place to pull over on the side. We'll pull over and we'll have a quick look at the seat. So here we go. It's a beautiful looking seat, and there is a plane flying over my head somewhere up there, look. There we go, there's a plane up there. Can you see that? So, beautiful, beautiful looking seat. Plenty of seat to sit on as well. And the squishy factor is firm but soft. So it's got a soft squish to it, but it's very, very firm. It feels a bit like firm memory foam type sort of foam, if that makes any sense. So it's a firm seat, see? It's very firm. It's comfortable, but not extremely comfortable. That's the best way I can explain it. Anyway, let's carry on up there. Now, down on the display, down by here, it says I got 908 meters to go. It is going down now. Right, so when we get down by this hill by here, I'm going to do a brake test. And then once we've done a brake test, I'm going to do some off-roading. It's a lovely off-road road, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to do a brake test by here. So let's get to 15.5 miles per hour. Let's go a bit faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. And I gotta say, those brakes are fantastic. Very, very good brakes. I think they're 180mm discs and they're Tektro branded brakes. And it did stop extremely quick. Now, so far, I'm extremely impressed with this bike. For this style of bike, I mean, because usually these type of bikes with this style, you know, they're quite compromised. So it's usually looks over function. Another car coming behind me. There we go. So it's usually looks over function, but I can actually pedal this bike. Not that you've got to do much work. So there's another big hill by here. So let's see how we get up this hill as well. So this is a steep hill, but this bike is making it easy, very easy work. You can see that I haven't expelled much energy at all on this bike ride. So now it's very, very steep by here. So I am pushing on the pedals a little bit. But like I said, because the seat is higher, I can actually use the pedals. The postcode I typed in is just around the corner. It's saying 200 meters to the next turning, because we've got to turn left by here. There we go. It says 58 meters to destination, and the destination is here by the side of the road. Now, this bike has got front suspension and rear suspension, but I'm going to say that if I try and bounce up and down, that is firm. It's quite a firm rear suspension. I think it could do with being a little bit softer, because, you know, I am not the lightest person in the world, and it's still, you know, there's a little bit of give in it, but just only a tiny bit. So it's still quite firm. It's on the firm side. Now, the tyres are 4.5 inches wide, but they're quite a quiet tyre. I haven't noticed a lot of road noise coming from these tyres, and they do feel quite grippy, but I think they're more suited to maybe the roads. But they're a very good tyre. Anyway, I think this road sort of turns to dirt and rubble in a second, so, and then I'm going to go on to like a sort of forest path. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of off-roading. Now I gotta say, there's some lovely paths around here, and shall I go down this one? This bike's a bit big, but we'll give it a bash. Should we go down here? Because I can see loads of these paths, but the one thing I don't want to get is a puncture. So we'll give it a bash. We'll turn around if it gets too hairy. But this is quite, see, it's quite thin and overgrown, look. But this bike is doing it. It's like a jungle. I'm not going to go too fast. It's very overgrown in here, isn't it? God, blame me. Got to duck down as well. Which way do I go now? Down there. Over this lumpy, bumpy bit. I can't get my head under there, can I? Can I get under there? Will the camera get under there? Let me put this camera down. See, it's very overgrown. Very overgrown. Oh. Right. Oh, eek. Oh my word. Big log. Oh, hey. Oh. Now, obviously, let me put the camera back up again. These are being used by sort of mountain, proper mountain bikes. But should we keep on going? It's quite interesting, isn't it? This bike is doing it, and these tyres do seem pretty good. It's quite the adventure. Now, I have got shorts on, and my legs are getting a little bit scuffed up by here, so I don't know how far I am from civilization. Shall I turn around, or do I keep going? I don't know. Oh, there's stingies everywhere. Oh my God. Oh, there. Hey. Oh, I gotta put my legs up. Oh, oh, this is getting very overgrown now. Oh my God, this is terrible. Oh. What have I got myself into? I can't even turn around. Look how overgrown it is by there. How am I going to get through there? I think I'm going to have to turn around. Blinking heck. Right. The thing is, the road is right by there. So I'm going to have to go through that. I'm going to have to go through it. Bloody hell, it's all stingies. It's literally all stingies. Oh my God. Ouch. Look, the road is right in front of me. Oh, I made it. I'm gonna have to check my limbs for scratches now. Right, so I don't know if you can see there, this is where I just came through. There's the bike there. The bike made it fine. Nothing wrong with the bike at all, look. Bike is absolutely fine. What a fantastic bike. Nothing wrong with the tyres. Everything's all right. And we just came right through the forest. Right, let's carry on back this way and get myself back into civilization. So I've just come to a stop by here, but I thought I'd treat you to this lovely view I got by here at the moment. Just pulled over at the side there. So I thought, it's a lovely view and it'd be a shame to not share it. So there's my view at the moment. There we go. A little bit hazy today, but still a beautiful warm day. So there we go. And there's the bike. So let's carry on with the ride. Now this bike has got a walk function, as well as having the legal twist throttle. So let's go up this hill by here, and I'll come to a stop halfway up the hill. So I'll do the walk function test, then we'll go down that massive hill just to the right of me. So I'll stop by here, like so. And then, like I said, you've got two choices now. You can either pull the twist throttle, if you can sort of control it gradually, or we'll try the walk function like so. So the walk function is engaged like that. And I'm going to say that that is, there we go, the walk function. It won't actually, if I give it a bit of a push, it can't take the weight of the bike, so the walk function is very, 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 very light walk function. You've still got to push it ever so slightly yourself. So the conclusion is that I'd use the half twist throttle to go up the hill, because you can sort of, you've got more control over it. I can do a little bit faster, walk a little bit faster, do a bit slower, go a bit slower. So this is why legal throttles should be on all e-bikes, because it is good when you get off the bike and you want to go up a hill. It's a bit more controllable than just a standard walk function button. So there we go. The standard walk function button. Now we're on less of a hill. If I press it now, like that. There we go. It is taking the bike up the hill, but it's ever so slowly. It's it's quite a weak walk function. Right, okay, so the time has come to go down the hill and see how fast this bike will go just with gravity. So the hill is just here in front of me. It's quite a long hill, it's quite a steep hill. So we'll just see. Now, it's steep by here, but it does get a little bit steep a little bit further on. And there is a big bump in the road, so I've got to watch the big bump in the road, because the big bump in the road can sort of make you come off the bike. So anyway, let's get to it. Hey! Right, so here we go then. It is feeling quite stable at the moment. 20 miles per hour. Starts to get steeper now. I've got to slow for this corner. Get around this corner first, because it's quite a steep, quite a bend. Right, once we get past this bit here, keep two hands on the handlebars, Mike. Here we go then. What are we doing? 24, 25, 26, 27, hey, 28, 29, 29 and a half. I think 29 and a half is going to be my top speed. I don't think I can go any faster. No. And that's it. 29 and a half miles per hour. It has got quite big heavy wheels, so gravity can take this bike 29.5 miles per hour down quite a steep hill. And it did feel very stable. Right, okay then, that's my review of the HITWAY BK28. What a fantastic bike. All the links will be down in the description below. If you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, hype, like, do all them beautiful things, and I'll catch you in the next one.